Good evening and welcome into Marlington High School for an EBC Clash between the Marlington Dukes and the Minerva Lions. We are currently still playing the JV game, 6:32 left to go in regulation. Marlington and Minerva both at 19 points. We will be on for the starting lineups, the anthem, and introductions in around 20 minutes. Stay tuned until then. This is high school girls basketball on SmeeSports, presented by Spectrum Channel 1022 Alliance. And as well, if the JV game does go into overtime, we will have bonus coverage of the final few minutes of the game. So stay tuned in the event that we do have some extra extra basketball, getting the sports mixed up here at Marlington between Minerva and the Dukes. Once again, good evening from Marlington High School. Yep, we're still in the JV game. 27-26. Minerva leads Marlington. A minute 16 left to go. We apologize for the delay here, but the wait will be worth it. Minerva 2-1. Marlington 0-3. One team will win their first EBC game of the year. The other will still be on the prowl. Marlington, Minerva up next on SmeeSports. Minerva, a great season so far, a 2-1 start. Marlington, an 0-3 campaign through 3 contests. Today, they look to get win number 1. It's Marlington and Minerva up next on SmeeSports.
Yeah, thank you. I just want to say first, all glory to God. Without him, I am nothing.
Power the shove, Neighbor Nation, we will see you on Saturday afternoon. Riley Meister gets the point.
Back into left field, say goodnight to that baseball.
And there's another one, it's back to back Jacks for KSU Tuscarawas. Needs a point, and it's alive. Hanson pushes it over. Unbelievable. We play on. It's blocked. We're tied. We're tied. Unbelievable.
Snow is falling outside of Marlington High School, home of the Dukes. This is EBC Basketball on the SmeeSports YouTube channel. Good evening once again and welcome to Marlington as they show on their scorers table. It's the home of the Dukes, and the Dukes, they make this place their own. They have great success on this home floor, and for the first time since the end of February 21st to be exact, Marlington looks to take home a victory on their home floor. Looking at your starters from both sides today, you see a freshman out there for Marlington, Bailey Peets. Look for her to be an impact player from outside the arc. Zoe Mort, Allie Gill, Maddie Gill, and Ella Witten-Soldner finish up the starting 5 of the Dukes. As for Minerva, Lippincott, Kirkpatrick, French, Stoltzfus, and Morkel, the starting 5 with Josh Morkel running the show as the head coach. It's the 2-1 Lions and the 0-3 Dukes. Up next, we'll toss it down to Marlington's athletic director, Chad Hilliard, to get us underway.
To honor America, please stand and join us in the playing of Tonight's game is sponsored by the OHSAA. Your attendance and support of the student athletes and coaches is appreciated by both schools. Though both teams are rivals, they are expected to display good sportsmanship through the contest. We request the same from all fans. Everyone is reminded to respect the game. The officials assigned to the game have met the requirements by the OHSAA and been assigned upon the process approved by the Board of Directors. Our officials for tonight are Zach Tisch, Tracy Groff, and Nathan Hain. Meet the coaches and the players in tonight's contest. Starting with your visiting team, the Minerva Lions. The Lions are coached by head coach Josh Morkel. Two. to Lippincott. Number 3, Ireland Kirkpatrick. Number 15, Mackenzie French. Number 21, Lily Stolfus. And number 24, Maddie Morco. Meet your Lady Dukes. Number 1, freshman Bailey Peets. Number 22, junior Ella Wittenstoller. Number 10, senior Madison Gill. Number 2, senior Zoe Lawrence. Number 5, senior Allie Gill. Good luck to both teams in tonight's game.
Well, I think I know my next investment to my broadcasting equipment, a Spark machine. That would be pretty cool up here in the press box. Have the announcers come out and basically say, hey, we're here. Admire us. We're up here. We're doing our job. And why not have a little bit of sparks and some energy from up in the booth? Once again, I am Nathan Smee on the call for you this evening, live at Marlington High School as the Dukes welcome in Minerva. This game, it should be one of the best EBC games of the year. These two teams, in theory, very well matched. I feel like besides the 0-3, 2-1 combination, you have two very good teams on paper that can easily win a game. Minerva trying to score first, and they can. Ireland, Kirkpatrick, the 2. Marlington, they have a lot of great players on display this evening, including Maddie Gill getting the start. She didn't start against Boardman, but gets the nod tonight. Mort in the corner for 3, it's in! Zoe Mort from downtown gives the Dukes an early lead. Zoe Mort, the senior, already committed to play golf at the University of Ashland next year. Gill fighting for the loose ball and earns the jump ball. It will stay with Minerva. A great start hustle-wise for Minerva and Marlington, both fighting for possession, as it looks like it will actually go to Marlington. The possession arrow in favor of of Minerva at the time, but it looks like it has changed. Marlington, their pressure, earning them another possession. Gill will take it up the floor. Once again, starting 5 for Marlington. Pete, Allie Gill, Maddie Gill, Zoe Mort, and Ella Wittensoldner. Foul called, our first of the game, and it looks like that is, trying to see who it is shaking up. That is Allie Gill, number 5, able to get up, but definitely not what the Marlington faithful wants to see early on in this matchup. Marlington to inbound. Mort looking for help. And 5-second violation. Mort can't find anyone. Minerva, their defense off the ball, wins them back possession. Plays like that are crucial in a game like this. Every possession will matter down the stretch. Minerva, they lost the jump ball moments ago, but this time around, they force a 5-second violation and have a chance to run their offense. The first time we saw it, it worked perfectly. An easy basket for Kirkpatrick. French takes it inside the arc, just from inside, floats it, no good. Rebound Zoe Mort, and Mort fouled immediately by Morkel. Once this game continues its progression, Stoltzfus most likely will be the key player for the Minerva offense. She was dominant in their opening win of the season against Sandy Valley, 46-38. Bounce pass inside, Wittensolder off the glass. The bank is indeed open. Witten-Soldner, the junior center, a top player for these Marlington Dukes. Her size inside the paint makes her a tough player for anyone to break down. The corner three bounces out, no good on the attempt from Stoltzfus. And a foul called. 3 fouls in the opening 2 minutes against Minerva. There are consequences to hustle, and there is a consequence. Lippincott has a foul along with French, and now Morkel. Gill, Zoe Mort takes it inside the arc, pivoting, plays it back, and a travel called against Zoe Mort. It's another turnover from the Dukes. 5-2 Marlington in the lead. Minerva will take it up the floor. Morkel. French uncontested. High pass inside. Picks out Kirkpatrick into the corner. Lippincott pumps. The three bounces in and out. No good. Unlucky from Mackenzie French as Allie Gill comes up with the loose ball. Once again, another good rebound by the Dukes. Mort fighting against a Lion. Already 3 fouls in the opening frame against Minerva. This ball hit out of play by Kirkpatrick. And a substitution being made by Minerva. This will be their first as Reddig checks in. 5-2 Marlington. Mort's 3 and Witten-Soldner's 2. The points so far. Mort 2 inbound. Top of the arc. Witten-Soldner plays it back. Zoe Mort. Peets inside. Witten-Soldner using her height. Posts up and banks it home. Witten-Soldner now with 4, and once again, her height too much to overcome. 7-2, Marlington leads. It's a 7-0 run for the Lions, for the Dukes. Lippincott, top of the arc, 3 minutes gone, 7-2 Marlington. Stolfus, bounce pass, Morkel. Lippincott inside the paint, loses it, Mort the defense. Earned back by the Lions, and the jumper is true. First 2 points of the game from Stoltzfus. 7-4, Marlington leads. Mort tries to pick out Witten-Soldner, but hit out of play. It will remain with the Dukes. Substitutions incoming for both sides. A double change for Minerva and a single change for the Dukes as Addison Witten-Soldner checks in. Mort once again to inbound. Witten-Soldner. Outside, Zoe Mort from downtown. Too much power, no good. Allie Gill the board. Gill cuts left, plays it outside the arc. Peets the triple. Bounces out, no good. Rebound, Addison Witten-Soldner. Witten-Soldner fighting, and a jump ball. Minerva this time will take possession of the basketball. 2 jump balls early on in the contest, one going in favor of Marlington, and this one going in favor of the Lions. Allie Gill will sub out for the Dukes as Rosalind McCarty, the sophomore, checks in. 4:10 left to go in the first quarter. It's 7-4 Marlington. Played outside the arc, Reddig into the corner, out of play. Sanor can't keep it in, and Marlington will force the turnover. A lot of forced turnovers so far in the ball game, and that will help Marlington if they can win that battle. They tend to play better when forcing turnovers. And just as they force a turnover, McCarty commits one. It's a travel. Minerva will take it back. Still a 1-possession game. Score update from the John Carroll Mount Union game. If I'm reading this right, the girls are down 21 against John Carroll. Wow. The Blue Streaks making a statement. Rebound Marlington, and they will take it up the floor. Addison Witten-Soldner in the corner, takes it inside the arc, pivots back out. Zoe Mort takes it in, tries to find Ella Witten-Soldner, picks her out on the tip. Outside the arc, Peets the triple, it's in! Bailey Peets from the corner, she is on the board. Marlington in double figures. Bailey Peets, she can be a Kyle Corver for this Marlington team. The 3-point specialist who at will can make big shots. Bounce pass outside. Morkel to match. Rolls in and out. No good. Unlucky for the Lions. Mort takes it up the court. Peets inside the arc. Puts up the floater. It's in. 5 quick points for Bailey Peets. Timeout Minerva. The Minerva faithful not happy, but the Marlington faithful, plenty of cheers to go around. It's 12 for Marlington, 2:51 left to go in the first. .251 left to go in the opening frame at Marlington High School. It's the Dukes up 12-4 over Minerva. If you are just tuning in, I am Nathan Smee on the call for you this evening in partnership with Spectrum Channel 1022 Alliance. Rettig, one hand inside, Wittensoldner picks it off and will hand it back to Allie Gill. Once again, the defense of Marlington, too much for Minerva. Gill tries to put it up, and we have our third jump ball of the contest. This one remains with the white and orange. Substitution, Rettig checks out of the ball game for Minerva. 2:29 on the clock. McCarty just outside the key. Bailey Peets inside, picked off by Minerva. Kirkpatrick snags it. In transition, coast to coast, no good off the glass. Allie Gill takes the board. Allie Gill so far, no points. Tries to change it here. Can't do so. Rebound Wittensoldner. Loose ball on the deck. Played back out, but Morkel picks it off. Once again, it's Minerva making a defensive stop. Into the corner, the triple. Senor makes it. Her first 3 of the ball game injects life into Minerva. Lila Senor, the senior, a huge shot. Marlington now up by 5. Bailey Peets, the difference so far. McCarty in the corner in front of Minerva's bench. Roslyn takes it inside the key. Lost from behind. Minerva wins it back, and it will be a jump ball. It looked like on the sideline, Coach Morkel may have wanted to call a timeout, but by not doing so, the strategy was there. The possession arrow favored Minerva. A genius decision not to use one of your timeouts early. You've already had to use one to make some changes. It has worked. You don't burn another to keep possession, and they keep possession otherwise. Shot no good. Wittensoldner the rebound. Bailey Peets pushing the floor. Zoe Mort now takes it inside the arc. Pivoting. Finds Allie Gill outside the arc just from inside the paint. No good. Rebound goes to Addison Wittensoldner. Allie Gill once again will take it inside. Into the corner, Wittensoldner. Top of the arc, Allie Gill. Less than a minute to go in the first quarter. End around, Bailey Peets inside the arc. Good defense from Minerva, playing a tough man. Now a double team outside. Addison Wittensoldner off kilter, no good. Rebound Minerva. Their scrappy defense paying dividends. They turn it into offense, unable to score. A good attempt from Stolzfus, unable to get it to go. 30 seconds remaining in the opening period. The end around, Bailey Peets, Addison Wittensoldner. Allie Gill top of the arc. Addison taking it inside, looking for help, double team, loses it, a great steal. Minerva quickly numbers forward, only Gill to beat, and almost an and one, but Lippincott can't get it to go. Great defense from Minerva, the double team, too much to overcome. One in front, one behind, the slight poke, and then you have numbers forward. Next time, they need to make that shot. If they can, that will be huge. The double team, it's too much to overcome. It looks like they're sort of running a 2-3 zone where two players will match outside the arc. They're able to get it in, but once the ball enters the arc, there's nowhere to go with it, and that makes the offense have to rethink things, making Marlington spend more time on offense and, in turn, making more errors. The second from Lippincott, unable to get it to go. She splits the pair. Edla Witten-Soldner the rebound. Last shot will go to Marlington. Allie Gill pumps. Outside the arc, takes it in at the horn. Bounces out, no good. Marlington, a hot start, but Minerva finding their footing. 8 minutes in the books at Marlington High School. It's the Dukes up 12-8. This is high school basketball on SmeeSports, presented by Spectrum Channel 1022 Alliance. As we return to Marlington High School, 2 score updates and 2 big blowouts. End of one quarter at the MAC. It's 24-7 John Carroll over Mount Union. At West Branch, the Warriors up 40-2 against Alliance. Witten-Soldner just inside the key, plays it forward. Gill breaks off the pressure and banks it in. Gill, her first points of the ballgame. And a great play made by the Dukes. A lot of runs, a lot of moving parts. It's difficult to keep track of it, but when they're able to, they can have one of the best offenses in the entire conference. A nice block, Witten-Soldner. There's her height once again, rejecting the attempt. Mort takes it up the floor. Spinning right in the paint, hands it off. Ella Witten-Soldner, the mid-range. Rolls out, no good. Rebound, Minerva. Kirkpatrick able to take it in. 14-8 Marlington. The Lions to enter double figures. Somehow rolls out, and Witten-Soldner is WWE slammed to the ground. A hefty jump ball on that attempt. All we need is John Cena, and the scene is complete. 14-8 Marlington over Minerva. Our 4th jump ball of the opening half. Morkel to inbound, plays it in. Stolfus. Kirkpatrick. Outside step back triple. Off the front of the iron, no good. A rebound, Zoe Mort. Mort pushing the floor. Allie Gill pumps, takes it back outside the arc. Gill so far with 2. One of the main facilitators spinning inside. Top of the arc, Peets. It's in! Bailey Peets now with 8. 2 threes and a field goal. 17-8 Marlington leads. Morkel bounce pass, gets through, and it will hit out against Minerva. Marlington will take it the other way. The Lions not happy, and they have due cause. 6:25 remaining in the first half. Mort taking it up. Gill into the corner. The 3. Maddie Gill unable to get it to go. Lippincott, and a foul called. .6:11 left to go in the first half. 17-8 Marlington. So far this year, the Dukes averaging 33.67 points per game in their losses. 33, 36, and 32. That 3 off kilter, no good. The putback not there, but a foul called and Kylie Lippincott, the junior, will go to the charity stripe. That will be the first foul of the game going against Bailey Pete, who has been elite tonight with 8 points. The first from Lippincott. It's in. Lippincott now with 2 points. Lippincott lining up for her second. This would put Minerva in double figures. Sinks it. A clean swish, and we will have a substitution here for Minerva. 17-10 Marlington. So far, your leading scorers for Minerva, Lippincott and Sanor. Sanor a triple and 3 free throws made by Lippincott. As for the Dukes, it's Bailey Peets leading the way with 8. Allie Gill. Good movement. Maddie Gill plays it inside. Ella Witten-Solner spinning, plays it outside. Maddie Gill takes it, and a violation called against Marlington. I believe they did call a double dribble. Immediately, Coach Morkel on the sideline for Minerva. He was getting ready to be angry if that was not the call, and he got his call. Foul called, a push, and that will be now the, I believe, 3rd foul against the Dukes this frame. .5:34 remaining in the first quarter. Minerva down by 7. They can cut into it here. Into the corner, bounces off a shoe, loose ball, played back outside the arc. Into the corner, the 3 from Senor, no good, bounces out, rebound, but it's a loose ball before the board. It goes back to Marlington. Substitutions on an extra long buzzer. Maddie Gill checks out for Marlington. 5:19 left to go in the first half. Marlington looking like the team that made it very far in the playoffs 2 seasons ago with Elizabeth Mason and Chelsea Evanich leading the line. Not there as Minerva gets the steal. They go coast to coast. Morkel puts it up and in. Madeline Morkel, her first 2 points of the game, puts Minerva back within 5. Witten-Solner banks it in and responds. Witten-Solner now with 6. 19-12 Marlington. Top of the arc, Kirkpatrick. Sanor plays it top once again. That was Bo Marriage with the pass, the freshman getting it for the first time. The 3 rolls in and out, no good on the attempt from Morkel. Rebound, Zoe Mort. Mort pushing the floor, high pass. Witten-Solner uses her size and draws the foul. She will go to the line for 2. Ella Witten-Solner, she along with her sister, her twin sister, both juniors, they play different roles. Witten-Solner, the big man, the big presence, she leads the team inside the paint. As for Addison, outside the arc and ball movement off the bench. Every team needs a player like Ella and like Addison. They each have unique roles, and they each play it. Another good comparison, you have the Gill sisters, Allie and Maddie. Both of them, different roles, unique roles, but both of them play their role, and they know their role and are willing to produce in that spot. Unselfish basketball is what you need from your leaders, and those pairs, they show it pretty well. The Dukes leading by 8. Minerva looking for a response. They did have the opening 2 points of the game, but since then, it has basically been all Marlington. Not so much there as Kirkpatrick nails the triple. She now has 5 points. Minerva back within 5. Top of the arc, Mort. Bounce pass into the corner. Young. Mort puts it up, underhand, bounces in. Zoe Mort, the hot hand, now has 5. Pass into the corner, the 3 from Sanor. Bounces in! her second triple of the evening. It's now a 4-point game. Minerva, they did their homework. Marlington, they struggle in tight games at the break. Credit to the Lions. They are giving Marlington a run for their money in this one. Mort turning, twisting back. Allie Gill pumps, takes it inside the paint. Handoff. Zoe Mort loses it. Loose ball. Gill the fadeaway. Rolls out, no good. Sampson, the putback is there. The first time Gabriella Sampson touches the basketball, it goes for 2 points. Ireland Kirkpatrick just inside the paint. It's true. Kirkpatrick, 5 quick points, now has 7. 24-20. Marlington in the lead, and a travel called. The Lions will take it back. Substitution for Minerva. Lippincott checks in for Sanor. 24-20. Marlington in the lead, but Minerva making a late comeback in the first half. And credit to the Lions. Their statement, unleash the beast. They have been able to do so today, and a forced travel gives the ball back to Marlington. The defense set too tight of a trap. They tried to break through it, but just couldn't get there. That's another great use of a double team. Both sides have been tremendous double teaming tonight. Allie Gill into the corner. Bailey Young. Gill will take it back. Bounce pass. Mort into the corner. Peets bounces off the rim. No good. Rebound Wittensolder. Wittensolder clobbered from behind. No foul called. And Minerva will get their stop. Good defense by Minerva. Still within 4. Played back outside the arc. Stolfus. Stolfus taking it inside. Puts it off the glass. Banks it. No good. Rebound Ella Wittensoldner. Marlington today, a lot of distribution between their scorers. Good ball movement. Wide open look for Young. Too rich of an attempt to rebound Minerva. 24-20. The 3 bounces out. No good. Wittensolder yet another board. She has to be nearing 10 rebounds at this point in the game. Into the corner. Bailey Young pumping. Able to free it, but not in time. Morkel takes it. Fast break for the Lions. The Euro up and rolls in. Stolfus the look, and Minerva is back within 2. Timeout, Coach Morkel. Stolfus now with 4 points, but 4 pivotal points this game. It has been a back and forth affair, kind of what we expected. 24-22, the Dukes in the driver's seat with a $1:42 left to go in the first half. It has been an exciting game. Once again, running through the contest, it was all Marlington after Minerva scored their first point of the game. And then Minerva, their defense, it got tighter, introducing the double team. The double team has been paramount today for the girls in red. Without it, this would be a blowout. A lot of turnovers and errors forced by double teams today. Without those double teams, we would not be where we are right now. Mort will take it up the court for Marlington. So far today, 5 points. Allie Young, bounce pass. Rosalind Wittensolder. Addison Wittensolder takes it back. Allie Gill, top arc, bounce pass inside of Mort. Mort loses it, but gets it back. Allie Gill directing traffic. Mort getting inside the paint. Addison Wittensolder. Ella Wittensolder tries to bounce it in. Once again, Minerva forces a turnover. Can the Lions tie it? Morkel into the corner. The plant, top of the arc, the triple. Rolls out, no good on the attempt from French. Rebound by Kirkpatrick, and it will go back to Marlington as they force the ball off the Lions. Minerva saw their lead. It was in their hands. They just couldn't come down with it. Peets leading the way with 8. Zoe Mort, less than a minute to go in the first half. Addison Wittensolder plays it up. Zoe Mort, Addison Wittensolder into her sister Ella, and a jump ball. The physicality continues to grow from both sides. This is good basketball. Both sides being strategic with their physicality, forcing jump balls, forcing turnovers. They are able to close down gaps and force plenty of errors. That is why this game is so good. A defensive battle. Peets for three. It's in! Bailey Peets, her third triple of the first half. Give her 11. Bailey Peets giving Marlington the momentum they need. And a foul called as Minerva looked to drive. That will be the fourth against the Dukes. They had it wrong on the scoreboard, but either way, they give it on the shooting motion, so that will send Minerva to the charity stripe. 27-22 Marlington. The first rolls out no good on the attempt. Lillian Stolfus, the junior 5'5" guard, one of the leaders of this team. The second, it's in. Morkel, her senior counterpart, splits the pair. It's a 4-point game. Marlington, they can definitely take the final shot, but will they is the question. It looks like they will based on their tempo. Allie Gill, no-look bounce pass, kickball violation, bails out the Dukes. That could have been disastrous for Marlington. Possession lost, a late 1-point game at the half. That is not at all where Marlington wants to be. They want to be up by 6 or more at the half. They would feel comfortable with that. Last 5 seconds of the frame. Allie Gill, Euros, comes in, and almost an and one. Essentially a lid on the rim today. Once again robs us of a great basket. And the Dukes will strand Allie Gill in the front court. 4 Dukes will relegate themselves to the backcourt. Ella Wittensolder, Edison Wittensolder, Zoe Mort, and Bailey Peets awaiting in the backcourt as Allie misses her first. Minerva will push the floor, but plenty of defensive numbers awaiting. Gill to split. She does. Substitution before the inbound pass. And Gill will sub out, leaving the first half with 3 points. It will be Maddie Gill checking in. 4.5 on the clock. Last possession of the first half. Stolfus, the high pass at the horn. Almost in. Bounces out at the last second. Minerva, they have fought, but Marlington, the better team on paper through 16 minutes. Your score, Marlington 28, Minerva 23. We will step aside. This is high school girls basketball on the SmeeSports YouTube channel in partnership with Spectrum Channel 1022 Alliance. As we return to Marlington High School, it is the Dukes up 28-23 over Minerva. If you or someone you know is a business owner looking to have local broadcasts promote your business, contact me at one of those avenues on your screen that I just took off there, and we will work out a deal with you. Thank you to our 4 sponsors from back in the Cleveland area for sponsoring broadcast of Strongsville and Holy Name Athletics. Peets takes it in after a loose ball on a wayward pass. Marlington, their first offensive possession of the second half. Played in. Witten-Soldner fades back. No good. Rebound Minerva, courtesy of Kirkpatrick. 28-23. A great first half. A lot of great defense. Expect double teams. Double teaming was the name of the game on the defensive end by both parties. A lot of turnovers as well. Stolfus plays it top of the arc. Lippincott. Reddick directing traffic. High pass. Tips around. And another turnover. Maddie Gill snags it and bounces it off to Addie Gill. Pete, the triple in transition. Bounces out. No good. Minerva will take the board courtesy of Lippincott. Lippincott with plenty of pace. Hooks it. No good. And tipped out of play. But a foul called before Pete gives up possession. That will be the first foul of the second half and the first foul going against Lily Stolfus. Marlington, they have scored between 30 and 40 points in every game so far this season. They look to break it here. Maddie Gill gives it to Addie. Bailey Peets takes it inside and gets in a chokehold trying to drive to the basket. Little clothesline on the attempt. That will be the second foul of the second half against Minerva and the second against Mackenzie French. Substitution for the Lions as French will sub out, bringing on Lila Sanor. Sanor so far 6 points, all of which have come from outside the arc. Witten-Soldner in the corner. Top of the arc, Allie Gill for 3. It's in! Allie Gill grazes the nylon, and that is her first triple of the ball game. Marlington up by 8. Kirkpatrick from the key, no good. Rebound, Ella Witten-Soldner. Marlington, they are feeling their first victory of the season. Gill pumps into the corner. Maddie Gill bounces back to her sister. Allie Gill pivoting. Finds Peets. Peets inside. Zoe Moore, loose ball. Minerva gets the board. Or the loose ball, whatever way you want to look at it. Minerva in transition, goes up, and a charge called. Offensive foul, the third foul of the frame against Minerva, and that will give the Dukes back possession. Marlington doing less, but getting more in this second half. Allie Gill still the only basket made in the second half. She has it at the logo. Allie spinning inside, almost loses it, but gets it back. Maddie Gill. Screen set by Allie Gill. Maddie running out of time, finds Bailey Peets. Peets almost travels, barely doesn't. Peets into the paint. Witten-Soldner bobbles, spins to her left, hooks it like Kareem, but unable to get it, but a foul called. The Kareem Abdul-Jabbar skyhook, enough to earn Witten-Soldner a trip to the line. And that is her brute force inside being too much to overcome. She plays with heart, and that makes her one heck of a basketball player. She could walk into basically any team in the conference and maybe even Stark County minus a St. V's as she makes the first. But that's St. Vincent St. Mary basketball team. Marlington faced them last year, lost by 20 in the playoffs. That just shows more about what they are doing in the house LeBron built. Witten-Soldner makes both. An impressive day for her, 8 points and a 3 to respond. Stolfus from downtown. She now has 7. The mid-range from Peets, it's in! Raining baskets, 35-26. Can Minerva do it again? Bounces out, no good. The scoring stops for a moment. Loose ball on the deck, and a jump ball called. Bailey Peets with 13 points. A lot of offense coming quick. Marlington 1 point away from their season high. In this matchup, the last time Minerva took home the victory, it was January 9th, 2019, 46-45 at Minerva. But the next 7 matchups went in favor of the Dukes. Over the last 2 years, Minerva averaging only 16 points per game in the contest across 4. Travel called, Maddie Gill drawn to do so, and the possession arrow will favor the team who gets the ball. Once again, yet another turnover and another great defensive play by Minerva. Down by 9. It doesn't look too good right now for the Lions, but still plenty of time if last night was any indicator about the clock. Outside Kirkpatrick. Bounces out, no good. The putback, clobbered and one. Reddick amid the fire banks it in. Those are her first 2 points of the evening. These Minerva Lions don't get up. You have to appreciate their hustle. They are a fun bunch to watch. To complete the 3-point play. Bounces and in. Lady Luck now favoring the Lions. It's a 6-point game. This is about the time where the Boardman game turned sour for the Dukes. Peets, high pass, Allie Gill. Allie pumping into the corner, Maddie Gill. Inside the paint, plays it back, Bailey Peets. More runs, more spacing. Allie Gill matched up. High pass inside Wittensoler, picked away by Kirkpatrick, and out of play against Minerva. It was Lippincott on the coverage before the pass. Zoe Mort 2 inbound. Mort, Wittensoler somehow gets it between 2 Lions and makes it. How the heck did the ball find her? Into the corner it goes. The pass and the shot, but a foul. Reddick drawing her second foul in the matter of about 1 minute. That is the second foul of the game against Bailey Peets. The first from Reddick. Bounces out, no good. Substitution for Marlington as Bailey Young checks in for Zoe Mort. Marlington up by 8. This basket would make it 7. Reddick to split the pair. Banks it in. Reddick now with 4. Gill will take it up the floor for the Dukes. 3:30 left to go in the third. Gill cutting left, and somehow no travel called. Plenty of steps, but nothing. Allie Gill pivoting outside Maddie Gill into the paint. Outside the arc, and there's the travel. Minerva felt they were due a travel, and a few seconds later, they get it. Stolfus will take it up the floor. Minerva down by 7. Marlington, a season-high 37 points. Into the corner, Reddick, who is starting to take over for Minerva. A wide-open Lippincott. Bounces out, no good. Ella Wittensoler gets above everyone and brings down the basketball. Great physicality and great use of height by Ella Wittensoler. Allie Gill. And Gill is fouled. That will be the 5th against the Lions. It's a trip to the line for Marlington. And another great job by the Dukes. Getting fouls on the board against Minerva, getting to the line, forcing the free throw game. The free throw game can definitely help them. We saw Ella Wittensoler make 2 free throws in a row moments ago. Gill, her first, bounces in. If Marlington can continue to shoot from the charity stripe with such efficiency, they will welcome every trip they get. Gill makes that one too. Wittensolder and Gill going back-to-back perfect. Picked off Allie Gill, puts it up, and one for Allie Gill! The bench erupts. Allie Gill potentially gives Marlington all of the momentum. After making both free throws to pick the ball off and go up the other end and make that shot while being fouled, nothing shy of impressive. A huge basket, a huge play. The Dukes up by 11. To complete the three-point play, it's true. Quietly, Allie Gill has reached the 11-point mark. She is now tied with Wittensolder as that ball is hit out of play. Gill trying to intercept. Allie Gill has come alive in the second half, acting as a spark plug, very similar to the role of Bailey Peets. Peets leading the way with 13 points, but Wittensolder and Gill with 11. And Zoe Mort also with 5. A lot of scores for the Dukes. Into the corner, Senor for 3. Unable to get that one to go as Sanor still looks for her third triple. Ball out of play, no indication, and the indication finally goes in favor of Minerva. We will see Minerva back on the SmeeSports YouTube channel Saturday afternoon as they make the trip to Harry Fales Gymnasium. Wittensolder gets a piece, but it remains with the Lions. The plant and 3, it's in! Stolfus able to connect from outside the arc, her second triple of the frame. Minerva back with a 9. High pass, Young can't get it in. Minerva takes it back. Still plenty of time for the Beast to be unleashed. 2 minutes left to go in the third. 42-33 Marlington. Taken inside French. Kicked out Reddick. The 3 bounces out, no good. Rebound Zoe Mort. Mort plays it. Young, uncontested. Bounces out of play. As it hits off the top of the glass, Minerva finally awarded possession. It looked like they were letting it play for a second, but then put the end on the shenanigans. Stolfus subs out as Morkel checks back in. Minerva could really use a basket right now. Morkel matched up against Mort. Into the corner, Sanor bounces out, no good, tipped out of play. It should remain with Minerva, and instead it goes to Marlington. Definitely a tough one to call. Bang, bang, but the girls in white and orange given the priority. Immediate full court press from Minerva. Great idea. Marlington beats it. Mort bounce pass. No one home. Wittensolder banks it in. Addison Wittensolder's first 2 points of the game restores an 11-point advantage. That is the only downside to the full court press. No numbers back. Marlington, with numbers favoring them, able to make a big basket. Foul called as Wittensolder tries to get rid of the basketball, and that will send the Dukes back to the line. 56 seconds left to go. That is the first foul against Sanor this night. Ella Wittensolder so far 11 points, only trailing Bailey Peets. Wittensolder's first. Bounce is out. Cadence Odie looks like she will be checking in for Wittensolder after this shot as Minerva makes a double change. Ella Wittensolder, her second to split the pair. It's in. Witten-Solder now with 12 points, only behind Bailey Peets, and she will sub out Cadence Odie on for the first time today. Maddie Gill will also sub in for the Dukes as she will relieve her sister Allie. .56 seconds on the clock. Minerva down by 12 in Q3. Morkel plays it up. Reddick bounce pass inside Kirkpatrick. Ireland, Kirkpatrick hooks it. Misses, rebound Kirkpatrick as she goes up. She is fouled. Only the third foul against Marlington in the third. After a quick breather, Allie Gill will sub back in along with Ella Witten-Solder, and Bailey Peets, after an elongated break, will rejoin the action. First free throw is good. And here come the changes. Kirkpatrick now with 8 points. The second, also good. Kirkpatrick sinks both. Marlington up by 10. This is the time where you want your best five on the court, but Minerva against the best five of Marlington, able to score again. Reddick picks it off and goes the opposite way. Reddick, all 6 points she has tonight have come in the third. Minerva's deficit now only 8. Allie Gill settling at the logo. Minerva about to press. Witten-Solder, no one home. The basket not there, and a jump ball. Possession will favor Minerva. 6.1 seconds left to go, and the Lions have a chance to cut even more into Marlington's lead. Kirkpatrick to inbound. High pass, Moore intercepts, still loose. Minerva gets it, Morco up the floor. No one home inside the arc, and banked in at the horn. A huge basket for Mackenzie French puts the Lions back within 6. Her first 2 points of the ball game. The press was there. Everything was going right for Marlington until it didn't. 3 quarters complete at the home of the Dukes. It's Marlington up 45-39 over Minerva. Eight minutes left to go in regulation. It's 45-39, Marlington in the driver's seat. If you are just tuning in, I am Nathan Smee on the call for you this evening live at Marlington High School. Gill, the chuck, Peets the three, off the rim, no good. Rebound, Allie Gill off the tip. Marlington allowing 4 points in a row from Minerva. Unable to interrupt. Maddie Gill the attempt. Allie Gill, that time it's blocked out of play, and possession will remain with the Lady Dukes. A point of concern, Ella Witten-Solder on the bench, flexing out her right foot. It looks like either an ankle or a leg injury. For those of you who followed me at the Keon Sports Games of the Week this past season, very reminiscent of Jesse McCullough at Lou West down the stretch. He ended up finishing that game, but missing 3 key free throws that ended up being the difference with the Longhorns taking down the Falcons. Tipped out of play, the defense of Minerva continues to scrap. You could tell Witten Soldner wants to get back in this ball game. And Marlington, they need their new star. Gill to inbound. Zoe Mort uncontested, takes it inside, puts it up, and no good. Tips around and out of play. It will remain with Marlington. This is very similar to hockey in the sense of a lot of play in the O-zone, but the team on defense just committing icing. That is all Minerva is doing, just skinned as a basketball game. Mort the high point, no one home, intercepted Minerva. They have numbers forward, but intercepted by Allie Gill. The hustle continues from number 5. Zoe Mort at the M. Once again, the Ashland Golf commit. Maddie Gill chucks it over and back and out of play. But still, credit to Allie Gill getting back. She knows if she touches it, it isn't over and back. But if Minerva gets it, play goes on. It's a free attempt on the basket. A 2 makes it a 4-point game. Every little thing will matter. And that is just another heads-up play from Allie Gill, who has been nothing shy of exceptional tonight. And now a carry goes against Minerva. Given a gift, but returned to the sender. Substitution for the Lions as they will sub out Mackenzie French. Witten Soldner making her way back to the bench. Still standing. There's a chance we do see her in a minute. A timeout called, and this might be to bring Witten Soldner back into the fold. 45-39, Marlington leads. Still no scoring in the fourth. Our next game will be at Alliance High School on Friday as the Aviators welcome in the Salem Quakers. Last night, a tremendous victory, 60-59 over Northwest. If you were unable to watch the game or want to go back and see the final couple minutes, go back under the live tab on the SmeeSports YouTube channel, and you will find the game there. On Saturday, those of you watching from Minerva, we will have another game for your girls basketball team as they make the trip to Harry Fales Gymnasium to take on the Alliance Aviators. And then on Tuesday, December 10th, our last game in partnership with 1022 of 2024 sees us go to Canal Fulton to take on Northwest. That will be a Marlington boys basketball game, 7 o'clock tip from Northwest High School. To stay up to date on all the games I am covering, follow SmeeSports on Instagram and SmeeFest 2024 on Twitter. Witten Soldner back in the game. Marlington missed her presence inside the paint. Zoe Mort, she has 5 so far. Bailey Peets, a team-high 13. Maddie Gill. Marlington slowing the game down just a little bit, trying to keep their lead. And off the contact, it's out of play. And Minerva will force Marlington to reset. There's the scrapping. Once again, Lippincott this time forces it out of play. Mort takes the inbound. 6:15 left to go in regulation. Marlington up by 6. High point beats the mid-range. It's in. Nothing but net from Bailey Peets. She now has 15. The pumped 3, great move. The hook, not there. Rebound Lippincott, stripped by Maddie Gill. And it's a jump ball, staying with Minerva. And a late heavy move from Marlington. It might still be a jump ball, but a foul could necessarily be in the picture. It stays with Minerva, and I believe no foul will be called. You have to let the players play, but at the same time, you cannot allow a fight to happen. And I feel like the officials right now are playing the game in a good light. And it's an offensive foul off ball. Peets goes to the ground, no one there, and Marlington will take it back. Another error off the ball from Minerva. That one hurts more than the rest of them have. Kirkpatrick now with 4 fouls. One more and she's done. Lippincott, loose ball, tips it back. Minerva wins it. The hook, it's true! Once again, it's Stolfus. The full court press right there. Marlington up by 6. Allie Gill spinning up the floor. Zoe Mort. Mort still has it outside the arc. Bounce pass. Maddie Gill. Taken in by Allie Gill. Gill inside the paint. Jump ball. And this time it will stay with the Dukes. A jump ball party tonight in this one. This is conference play at its finest. A longer game too, initially scheduled for 6:45 p.m., started around 7:05. Currently on my look, it is 8:20. A longer game, most likely will finish in the next 15 minutes. Mort, high pass, Witten Solar, timeout called. It looks like there would have been a 5-second violation had the timeout not come in. And as well, it was just passed in to avoid that violation. No play necessarily was drawn up. At this point in the game, 5:22, you have timeouts. Marlington now with 3, matching Minerva. You can burn a timeout in this instance. Give yourself some time, set up a play, make something happen. The worst thing you can do, no timeout, intercepted Minerva, they push the floor, it's a 3-point game. But Marlington, playing it conservative, that is the way that they can win this game. They are looking for win number 1. Last year, they also started 0-3, and who did they beat for the first game they won? It was Minerva. Once again, they took down the Lions in that game, and they look to repeat the act this year. The backyard brawl being next week. Marlington trying to become fine-tuned to dominate the matchup. Witten Solar takes it outside the arc, and a foul called. Only the second against the Lions this frame. That is the third foul against French. Marlington will inbound. Allie Gill, a big cluster. Mort will get it. Back out, Gill, the pump, takes it inside the paint. Tripped up, puts up the shot, and no good. Actually, no, it's in! Wow, that hung up for a long time. Marlington looking for a response. The triple. It's in! Lily Stolfus puts Minerva back within 5. Still a full court press. Out of play. It will stay with the Dukes. Stolfus now a game high of 15 along with Bailey Peets. As I mentioned in the intro, Stolfus, as the game goes on, will most likely become the leading scorer for Minerva. Mort getting through everyone. Bounce pass, Witten Solar, uncontested, it's in. Witten Solar, once again, too easy, uncontested. Minerva looking for a response. The shot, it's there, but so is the foul. So that will send the Lions back to the charity stripe for 2 huge free throws. The Lions need both of these to fall. End of the third quarter at the MAC. It's John Carroll up 54-43 over Mount Union. The first shot is good. Kirkpatrick now with 10. Her last 3 coming from the free throw line. The second, it's in. Kirkpatrick does her job, now has 11 points, a 5-point Marlington lead. Still a press before half court, and no foul called. Minerva wanted an offensive foul. Gill, the 3, not there. Witten Solar to the board, and a jump ball. This game has tension brewing even more. That looked like a clear offensive foul. The feet were set, not given. A tough one for Minerva. In the end, no points allowed, and they do get the basketball. And to them, that is what matters right now. Once again, if yesterday's game wasn't any sign of an indicator of what a game can be in the late stages, this is it. And another jump ball. Actually, a foul called. Wow. Now that one, I don't know if there was enough to warrant a foul, but that is the first going against Maddie Gill. But yesterday's game, it came down until the final shot. High pass inside, take it in, Kirkpatrick hooks it and fouled. I believe 2 quick fouls going against Maddie Gill. None through the first 3 quarters, but 2 at the end. 2 more huge free throws. The first bounces out, no good. Kirkpatrick needs this one to fall. Minerva trying to keep themselves close to Marlington. The second bounces in. Kirkpatrick, the last 5 points she has scored have all come from the charity stripe. Once again a press, 4-point Marlington lead, almost intercepted, and it's taken in by Minerva. They get it back. The press works, out of play off of Gill. Minerva doing all they can to foil the Marlington party. Unbelievable. These Lions just don't give up. Morkel to inbound. Bounce pass into the paint. Kirkpatrick, clobber, no foul, Mort the board. A lot more sliding down the stretch. Zoe Mort against Morkel. Allie Gill takes it back. Matched up against Lippincott. Good pressure, a good man defense being employed by Minerva. Light pass intercepted, another steal for the Lions. Here they come, and the foul. And a late hit from Gill, her 3rd foul, and that will send a Minerva Lion into the padding. Looks like a few young fans calling for a tack. But Gill, in the span of 2 minutes, going from 0 fouls to 3. Minerva, a key inbound. They wanted to go there, but taken away. Inbounded into the corner, taken inside Stolfus, top of the arc. Reddick, back outside Kirkpatrick. The step back triple, bounces, no good, Mort the rebound. Marlington playing stout defense when it matters most. Maddie Gill in the paint, almost a travel. They wanted it, it doesn't matter. Yet another steal and out of play and a foul. The 4th going against Maddie Gill. Minerva somehow drawing up foul trouble. Unbelievable. That is the 5th foul of the frame. 4 of them belong to Maddie Gill, and Minerva will go to the charity stripe with 3:02 left to play. Wow, what a job by Minerva. Kylie Lippincott, 2 big free throws. The first, no good. This one would put the Lions back within 1 possession. Maddie Gill will sub out Addison Wittensoldner back in. Lippincott to make it a 3-point game. It's in. All 4 of Kylie Lippincott's points come from the charity stripe. Full court press, blocked, and out of play, the tip. It favors Marlington. Minerva's coach going through a whirlwind of emotions. And I think both of us up here in the booth are too. Less than 3 minutes to play in regulation. Zoe Mort, Wittensold in the mid-range, it's blocked by Kirkpatrick! Unbelievable! Loose ball in the paint of Marlington, and Minerva gets it back. Timeout called, Coach Morkel. What defense by Minerva! If they were to win this game heading in, defense had to be there. Their defense, it has been. A lot of points scored by Marlington, but without all of these forced turnovers, it would be a lot more. 51-48, Marlington in the lead. We will step aside. 51-48, the Marlington Dukes lead Minerva. Minerva with possession, 2:46 on the clock. This has been a tremendous back and forth affair. A lot of defense in spite of the score. Stolfus at the top of the arc, pivoting, plays it over Reddick, inside the paint, goes up Euros, no good, barely short rebound, Ella Wittensoldner. Another big board by number 22. Allie Gill takes it inside, bounce pass, Addison Wittensoldner. Allie Gill takes it back, 2:19 left to play. Mort cutting right, takes it outside, Addison Wittensoldner inside the paint, pass, Ella Wittensoldner, and a foul called on the floor. That will be the third against Minerva. If you are just tuning in, I am Nathan Smee on the call for you this evening, live on the SmeeSports YouTube channel in partnership with Spectrum Channel 1022 Alliance. Because of that foul, Ireland Kirkpatrick will sub out. She has 12 points, and she will end her night. Minerva will have to win without their second highest score present. Mort to inbound. Wittensoldner looking for anyone, hands it off, Zoe Mort. Mort pivoting against Morkel. Morkel, heavy pressure, and the overcommit is the foul, but a timeout called. Just before the foul, it looked like Coach Strompel just wanted to talk things over, and that is a good use of a timeout. Once again, going back to the timeout call to bring Wittensoldner back in, you can set up a play, you can make a game plan, you can better attack the weaknesses of Minerva if you have a second to say, hey, this is what we saw in film. Say they watched the West Branch game. Okay, West Branch took them down by X amount. This is how they did it. This is the huddle where you go back to your film and say, this is how you beat these guys. They have lost this year. They aren't invincible. And same thing with Marlington. If I am Minerva's coach, Coach Morkel, I'm telling my girls, why not us? We're already 2/7 the way to our win tally from last year. Why not get win number 3 in spoiler fashion? Why not shock the EBC and be the success story of the year? We saw their boys football team win for the first time in 4 years a few months ago against St. Thomas Aquinas. Their mantra this year, besides unleashing the beast, is pretty simple. Be the spoiler. And why not us? Minerva, they're asking themselves, why not us? And Marlington, they're asking themselves, why can't we get this done? What is stopping us? And in the huddle, I'm sure what they're being told, nothing can. Almost 5 seconds, and over and back, somehow kept in play by Pete, intercepted by Minerva. Here come the Lions. Morkel puts it up and in! Minerva within 1! That was actually Stolfus. It doesn't matter. It's still a 1-point game. She has 17. Minerva wants to travel. High point, out of play. Minerva takes it back. Minerva giving heart attacks to the Lion faithful. Can they unleash the party beast? Stolfus, the step back into the corner. Lippincott driving, puts it up, hooked, no good. She goes to the line. 51-50, Marlington leads. A classic going down at Marlington. 2 big shots for Kylie Lippincott to tie it. The first. It's in. Lippincott has only scored from the line tonight, but that doesn't matter. This one would give Minerva their first lead since the first quarter. Survey says it's in! Minerva leads 52-51. Inbound Wittensoldner plays it back. Allie Gill. 1 minute, 20 seconds left to go. Allie Gill, coast to coast. Wittensoldner for the lead. Clobbered, and she will go to the line. 2 big shots upcoming for Ella Wittensoldner. French now with 4 fouls. 2 players have already fouled out of the contest. Witten-Soldner, the first to tie it. It's in. Cool, calm, and collected. Ella Witten-Soldner has 15. But this is the one that Marlington wants most to take back their lead. Ella Witten-Soldner, the hero, makes both. 53-52, Marlington leads. 1:10 remaining. Here come the Minerva Lions into the corner. Lippincott takes it left, plays it back outside for the lead. Rolls out, no good, rebound Peets. A big stop defensively by the Lady Dukes. Allie Gill up the floor, puts it up, no good. Witten-Soldner the rebound and the foul. Ella Witten-Soldner, 2 more chances to make it a 3-point game. Both teams in the bonus. If we will play the fouling game, both sides can play it from the get-go. Witten-Soldner, she's made the pair before. She's done it twice already. The first, it's in. Ella Witten-Soldner emulating her predecessor in the star role, Chelsea Evanich. That free throw, identical to the legend of Marlington girls basketball. Witten-Soldner, another big one, 54-52 to make it a 3-point game. It's in. Ella Witten-Soldner, what a night! 18 points. Morkel takes it in, puts it up, and it's in. Minerva back within 1. And here comes the press. Peets takes it up the floor, and it's freed. Minerva gets it back. No timeout used. Here they come. Morkel plays it back. The step back 3. Off the rim, no good. Rebound Marlington. Allie Gill will take it up the floor. Fakes it, puts it up. It's in! Allie Gill, potentially the dagger. Minerva down by 3. Last 10 seconds to tie it. No good, but a timeout called first. Maybe the biggest timeout of the game. Minerva, one last chance to draw up one last shot. Allie Gill right now putting Marlington up by 3. What a basket from her. She has 15. Peets has 15. And Ella Witten-Soldner has 18 points. Those 3 have stepped up mightily tonight at Marlington. As for the visitors, Minerva, as we expected, Stolfus, 17 points, followed by Ireland Kirkpatrick, who has fouled out. It is a big finish. We could have overtime. 1-3 could decide it, and it will most likely be taken by Stolfus. If it's not her, I don't know who is taking the shot. Lippincott, most of her points, if not all, have come from the charity stripe tonight. She is the next highest scorer. But then as well, you have Sanor, who has 6, all of which who have come from outside the arc. If I am Coach Morkel, Stolfus, that's the player I'm going to. 8.5 seconds left to go. And here is the ball game. Morkel 2 inbound for Minerva. Top of the arc, Stolfus the triple, it's blocked! Taken in, Addison Witten-Soldner. Moore gets it, 5 seconds, foul! What a block at the top of the arc, and that might do it! A huge block changed the trajectory of the shot. Without it, that could have been money, but we will never know. 2 shots for Zoe Mort. The 2 biggest free throw shots of Mort's career, potentially. Her first. Bounces out, no good. Minerva has a chance. Moore would put Marlington up by 2 possessions with this one. It's in. 4.1 to go. Minerva pushing. Morkel needs to chuck. Chucks it over the basket. Out of play. And time expires. Coach Nick Strompel wins his first game as Marlington's head coach as the Dukes win 58-54. What a job by the Dukes in crunch time, getting it done. Minerva for a moment led, but Marlington, they defended their home and they made the Duke faithful proud. What a game. Your players of the game. It has to go to 3 players. Ella Wittensoldner, Allie Gill, and Bailey Peets. Peets the spark plug, Gill the hustle, and Wittensoldner, the big man in the paint. All 3 paramount to the success. But credit to Minerva. You made Minerva proud tonight. Those girls embodied what it means to be a Minerva Lion. They were a fun team to watch, and they will cause a lot of teams trouble this season. We will see Minerva again on Saturday as they take on the Alliance Aviators. 1:15 p.m. tip at Harry Fales Gymnasium. Our next broadcast is Friday as Alliance welcomes in Salem. 7 p.m. tip from Harry Fales Gymnasium. And our final game in partnership with Channel 1022 before 2025 is on Tuesday, December 10th, as Northwest welcomes in Marlington for a boys basketball clash. 7 p.m. tip in Canal Fulton. And then next year, our first broadcast, it will be the Backyard Brawl. Alliance hosting Marlington. 6:45 tip at Harry Fales Gymnasium all the way on January 10th. To stay up to date on all the games I am covering, follow SmeeSports on Instagram and SmeeFest2024 on Twitter, and subscribe to the SmeeSports YouTube channel and enable push notifications to be notified when I upload or go live. Trying to get up to 300 subscribers by the end of our 1022 coverage, so next Tuesday. So if you are new and not subscribed, I ask that you go down below and do so. It costs nothing, and it greatly helps out the channel as well. If you or someone you know is a business owner looking to sponsor broadcasts in either the Stark County or Cleveland area, contact me at one of those 3 avenues on your screen, and I would love to work out a deal with you to showcase your business. Thank you to our sponsors back in Cleveland who have primarily brought you coverage of Holy Name and Strongsville Athletics. And finally, our last big broadcast coverage of the year will come on December 21st, 22nd, and 28th at the 2024 NEO Youth Elite Christmas Classic, hosted by legendary basketball player and head coach of Garfield Heights, Sonny Johnson. The first game will tip off at 12:45 p.m. on Saturday, December 21st. I believe that game, don't quote me, is Brush and Euclid. A lot of good games all leading up to the big one, Garfield Heights versus Richmond Heights. I believe a 7:45 tip scheduled on December 28th. But with that, that does it from Marlington High School. The Dukes get the win, 58-54. I have been Nathan Smee. Thank you for spending your Wednesday evening with us here at Marlington. Have a good night, everyone, and we will see you on Friday as Alliance welcomes in the Salem Quakers.